Hello everyone and thanks for joining. In this session, I'm going to show you how to add a visual on your dashboard that shows when your dashboard was last refreshed. This is super helpful whenever you're dealing with other people using your dashboard. The first question that usually comes up is, when was it last refreshed? You know, if you have people who are moving around in your organization or leaving the organization that were working on dashboards in the past, it could be months. Or if you have someone who's very on top of it, it could be a day. However, regardless of when it was, it's important to show it so people know what they're working with when they use your dashboards, okay? So I'm gonna show you something very quick on how to get it, and let's jump right in. So first thing you're gonna do is click on Get Data in the top left, hit the drop down, and click on Blank Query. The blank query is whatever we're gonna use when we're gonna input our own Power BI like coding to modify the query. Okay, so what we're going to do is at the top, click on Advanced Editor. And then it kind of gives you the general text for a blank query, which is basically nothing. There's nothing happening here. It's just source is blank. Okay, we're going to modify this with some code. We're going to select it all and we're going to paste this. And for your information, I'm going to have this in the description. You don't have to go and type this out by hand or anything and stare at the screen. It's in the description. Go copy paste it for your dashboard and you'll be good to go. Okay. That being said, what this does is it's creating a table with a column called Date Last Refreshed, which is the date time, and where the date time is local to now, which is whatever's local to your computer. Okay. So as soon as I hit done, I now have a column with the date and time for my individual computer. So April 17th, 2022 at 10:20 a.m. Okay, so we have our date. What we're going to do is for query one, we're going to change that into date last refreshed, just to give it a more clear name when we're playing with it with our dashboards. Hit enter and close and apply. Okay. That's going to load up, and now we have our data here on the right, but now we need to make it visual. We need to show people when it was last refreshed. So what we'll do is we're going to click on the card visual, add it into our Power BI query, and then bring the date into the fields column. So now we have April 17th, 2022, 10:21 a.m. and it says earliest date last refreshed, and it picks the earliest date as the default, but for us it doesn't really matter because there's only one value in that table, as you saw before in the query. So whether it's the earliest or the latest, doesn't really matter which date it picks, because it's all going to be the same. There's only one value. Okay, so just to show you that this works, so right now it's set at 10:21 and 11 seconds. If we hit the refresh data for that table, you see the time has changed. So it really just updates live to whatever your local time is. So now let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, the earliest date last refresh could be confusing to some people who don't understand the dynamics of Power BI. So what we're going to do is remove the category label, which removes that earliest date field. We'll click on general, turn the title on, and just type date dashboard last refreshed. And I accidentally put an extra capital, so there we go. And then we'll center it to make it really easy. Now, one last thing, if you think you don't need the time, what we'll do is we'll hit the drop down here and we will put the short date. This way it just shows the day it was last refreshed, makes it more clean and more easy to work with. That's it for today. Like I said, the code that we put in today will be in the description, so go ahead and copy that. And I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.